Fighting out of Stockton, California, ladies and gentlemen, he is the Ultimate Fighter Season 5 winner, Nate Diaz!
I just think that people see him swearing and sticking up his double fingers, and they don't realize. Put all that shit aside and observe his movements. He's a bad motherfucker. When he tees off on you, he comes at you like a snake.
Nate Diaz is not an easy fight for anybody. He's a tricky guy. He gets in your head. He likes to play games. He's got a great ground game.
He's got it. He went down. So look at Nate Diaz. Double fingers and a fully locked and tight. Oh, he's done. Oh, he's got to break the arm. Hands all over. Outstanding. Nate Diaz defeats Stockton Origami. No doubt about it. The best performance of Nate Diaz's career. Just absolutely flawless.
They're interesting guys, man. They're fucking legit fascinating people. Nate is real slick with his hands. Like in the Michael Johnson fight. Observe his movements in a fight. In the Gomi fight. In the Marcus Davis fight. In the Gray Maynard fight. Observe his movements. And if it goes to the ground, oh, that's the wrong guy. Nate Diaz is the wrong guy to go to the ground with. He's a legit black belt. A really high level black belt.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wicked boxing, Nate Diaz has arrived.
Nate Diaz!
He was able to pull it off because his cardio base was so good. He's a damn good fighter.
It's a bitter pill to swallow.
Nate Diaz is a superstar, and people didn't realize it.
Nate Diaz, he just shook up the world.
Hey, I'm not surprised.
What is a Stockton slap?
What's a Stockton slap?
She slapped somebody. That's just what they call it.
They call it the Stockton slap.
I would have thought he would have taken off. I would have thought he would have taken off. Open hand flat by Diaz. And he runs running Lawler. Now Lawler is angry. Lawler trying to swing for the fences.
We'll slap you to death, man.
Where I come from, you know, people like that get slapped. People like that get slapped.
Nate Diaz is actually kind of slapping.
I think Mike Goldberg made that name. Stockton.
Stockton, motherfucker.
Motherfuckers. Nate Diaz, ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
Nick!
Okay, this is mixed martial arts out here. I'll fight anybody.
When I had Nick in my class, it's just the way he was. Nick was Nick, and Nick was going to do what he was going to do, and if he felt like doing that at that moment, that's what he was going to do.
He's had everything that the world can throw at him. He is not easily intimidated, and you can't break Nick Diaz.
He doesn't do MMA to be popular. Nick doesn't do MMA to get a pat on the back. Nick doesn't train and fight to get people's approval. Nick does it to survive.
Nick Diaz talks so much trash. He's so aggressive and disrespectful to his opponents inside the octagon. It's part of his strategy. When he fights guys, he calls them bitch all the time. What bitch? What bitch? Want this bitch? Pow!
There's very few fighters that can match his pace. He takes guys in the deep water and he drowns them.
He just puts a pace on them that they can't keep up with him. Yeah. It's just like he's running with them. He just makes them run at his pace, and then before you know it, they're wilting. Nick Diaz is very unique and as crazy as they come. But that's one of the reasons why people love Nick Diaz.
The people in the sport think I'm crazy. I don't want to be the bad guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm here to fight.
I think they look at me like I'm some killer, you know, and I'm just like, that's what I need to portray to my adversary.
Legit black belt in jiu-jitsu, like very, very good on the ground. His boxing's outstanding. He's not dumb at all.
He's not dumb.
No, it's just...
He's very smart, and like...
He's an enigma.
Sometimes he gets upset. When you ask me why he gets upset, it's his inability to express himself verbally. That's why he's a fighter. But when he gets in that ring, he's a poet. He's a poet in motion.
Nate Diaz tries to fight you. He's not trying to win a points battle.
He's a fascinating cat, man, because he does triathlons. Like, he's really into doing like high endurance shit. Rides his bike, swims, and runs. His endurance is ridiculous. He's got like Ironman triathlon endurance.
Just want to thank everybody for standing by me. Everybody back at home, Stockton 209. Thank you for standing by me. You know, we're taking on the world here. You know, one fight at a time.
One of MMA's all-around standouts, versed in boxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from Stockton, California. Welcome MMA's bad boy, Nate
Diaz. These questions are, seriously, this is not, like, what are these? These are all tricks. This is all, like, I'm low on water, I'm low on calories, I'm low on food, I'm low on energy, and I'm more so than anything low on patience with anything that takes patience. If you ask me something stupid, then I'm gonna answer it with something stupid. And if I hear myself talk something stupid and I'm really pissed off, depressed, and been out of shape about it, I might throw a fucking really serious fit for no fucking reason.
Nick, we talked about, in order to be as successful in MMA as you are, you have to love the sport so much that you hate it. Could you explain that mentality?
That's what that means. What are these? Who makes these questions up?
I think there's just people out there that don't really like me very much.
Why?
I'm under instruction not to talk about that or any of this. But I was for whatever, you know. It's NorCal. Sorry, NorCal.
You came running like a bat out of hell or some shit. And the banner came down and you charged my whole team. So you got your fucking ass whooped. That's what you get, you stupid motherfucker. I wouldn't charge your whole shit, fucking 6 guys. You dumb motherfucker.
And I go out there with a bad attitude, pissed off because they're smiling at me. I mean, this is my life, this is my job, this is how I have to, you know, bring home the bread or whatever. And they're laughing at that's funny, you know, so I'm like, you know, hey, fuck you. That space that he needs to make before he gets yellow carded is the same space I might be trying to make so that I can get my ass back up and fight this guy when he's not trying to fight me. So he should be carded for stalling. And I think they look at me like I'm some killer, you know, and I'm just like, that's what I need. That's what I need to portray to my adversary, that I'm a fucking kill you.
But he said very nice things about you and you seem to have respect for him. Is that the case?
Well, you're the only one that started talking about this fight. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're the one saying, oh, he says he's gonna, you know, we'll do this to you and that to you. I need a vacation anyways. If fight me too much, you know, I'm not gonna be the one to back out of these fights. You know, nobody gives about me. They're over here throwing me in a fight after fight after fight. They're like, oh, this guy will knock him out. We'll get rid of him like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're gonna have to find some other way. They fight me too much, you know. I'm most overworked, overtrained, underpaid, you know, fighter. You know, that's what I feel anyway.
You didn't tell me I didn't win that fight. I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. You act like I was high or something. You know, that's why I won. Because I was high, I was numb. Never backed out of a fight in my life. Please show me somebody else has done that. Hasn't pulled some bullshit about injury. I've been injured all these last fights, even this one. Yeah, I didn't pull out, you know. I had no reason to want to fight. I could just go on. I'm depressed about this whole not fighting, not getting paid what I wanted to get paid. I don't even know why I'm doing this anymore, because I feel like I get paid way too much money, but not enough.
And just like every fight, I'm fighting blind opponents. I go running all the time around my neighborhood, you know, out of the bad neighborhood and into a good neighborhood where I like to run. You know, I run by hundreds of these nice, huge houses with these big yards and fountains everywhere. And these people have like their, you know, little picnic patio, little side yard, little pool, all this stuff, right? And then I take a little circle around and then go back into my neighborhood where my car gets robbed. And I got some, you know, dude out front of my house looking for cigarette butts or something from, you know, where some friends might have left some, or, you know, it's it's ridiculous.
The dream fight though, one guy that you really love to face before it's all over?
No. I don't know how to go buy in a house in the middle of all this training. I didn't go to school for that, you know. I started training jiu-jitsu when I was 16 years old. I go out there, what's the guy do? He tries to kick me right in my leg, you know? And that's not a fair fight, man.
Do you not like me, Nick?
I feel like you instigate fights quite a bit, but, you know, that's...
Fights between the fighters?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's your job, but where I come from, you know, people like that get slapped.
And, you know, no one's paying attention to it. They always want to see somebody, you know, hit a tire with a hammer over. I get hit a tire with a hammer over and over again. No one's going to know how hard I'm working.
Like, I don't know, you get paid, right? So we got to do what we got to do out here. This isn't fair. If you call that a fair fight, I know people think that's a fair fight. That wasn't a fair fight.
Become the evil villain and you know, calling guys out and stuff, and you know, but it seemed to have worked. You know, I'm getting the fights I want. And